there, kid. What you got there?
Hi, my name's Jimmy, and I'm reading a comic book.
Which one?
Superman, number 587.
You're so dumb.
Why did you rip my comic book?
Because, my sad, misguided child, this issue stinks more than Batman's cowl.
But how do you know?
I learned it from an awesome new radio show called Fresh to Death Comics. They tell us what comics are awesome and what ones we need to wipe our butts with. Become informed and listen, kid.
Wowzee! I will, mister.
Fresh to Death Comics every Tuesday at 2 on WNYO. Listen to the up-to-date information on new comics. Make sure you listen every Tuesday at 2 on WNYO or catch them on iTunes and search Fresh to Death Comics.
Welcome to Fresh to Death Comics with B. Luke and Hans. We have Rebecca here joining us. How you guys doing?
Great.
Great. So that
I had Frosted Flakes this morning. I'm great.
they're great. So the thing you heard earlier, that is our promo that we created. Me and Hans co-created it, co-wrote it, co-did everything.
Yeah, Co.
So wonderful word, co.
Yeah.
Yes, and this is Fresh to Death Comics, where we talk about comics and all kinds of crazy stuff that happens.
Yeah, we talk about whatever we want.
Yeah, so first thing, we had a poll on our Facebook page about what you want us to talk about this week.
It went very well, Brian.
It went wonderful.
We had about, five participants, if you will.
You know, that's one more than I expected.
You and I do not count, so...
You didn't vote.
That's true. I just messed with everything.
Yeah, I don't know. So, we asked what you guys want us to talk about this week on the show. First, we said Fear Itself, Uncanny, Spider-Man, Superman, Hans's Family, or should I just do voices the whole episode? Or in Fear Itself. So Fear Itself and Hans's Family tied.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Amazing.
People want to hear about your family, Hans.
Yeah, well, they're not gonna.
Well, we know about your mom. We know about your Uncle Butch. And we know about your sister's boyfriend.
Her husband.
Her husband. I'm sorry, your sister's husband.
You just get it right.
We're co-workers.
Yeah. Maybe. First things first. Let's introduce the world to another person of the Hans's family. Let's talk about your dad.
My dad is awesome.
All right. What kind of job does he have?
He's an accountant.
I know, it's awesome. He does taxes. He's a tax man.
He
helps
very
people
exciting
with his taxes.
It's very exciting. I wish he had, an alternate personality or something.
I wish I had a funny voice for him, but he's just, I don't know. Way I talk, like if I do a voice for him, make my own voice of him, it's going to ruin this image because your dad's awesome. I'll admit it. He's a funny guy.
He's a character.
He is. He's one of the funniest guys I have. And he's really good with math. He's just we had a math equation. I forgot. I went to Walmart or something. He's like, "Oh, that's the math equation." And he did it really fast. Well, still on my fingers. All right. So.
Well, you're still counting on your abacus.
My what?
Your abacus.
Watch your mouth.
Sorry.
So, Fear Itself. Hans, you read it?
I read it. Yes, sir.
And did you like it?
Yeah.
I didn't.
I don't know really what to say about it.
I know a lot of people gave it 5 out of 5 stars and
10 out of 10.
This was 10 out of 10. It got perfect reviews. I didn't. I thought it was a 7 out of 10.
Why is that?
I just felt the story was
so
lacking. There didn't. I mean, it seemed like it was kind of fast paced, kind of choppy. I felt it was really choppy, and I didn't care for it that much. It was just like, oh.
I thought it was a really good start to a new event. It introduced the conflict. It introduced everything that was going on, the characters. It introduced everything really, really well. The only problem I have with it is its placement. It sort of seems like it's beginning at the end of Siege, which ended a year ago.
Correct. Well, I don't know. To me, it feels like it. I just don't see. I see how it can work that's nowadays, but there is this feeling like it's not even like a day afterwards. It's like a couple months after Siege,
right?
Trying to figure out what's going on, and they have this weird character in it. They show like normal people and how they live in this town where Asgard fell, and they're just like, we lost all our jobs because of the stupid Asgardians. And I'm just like, I don't know. Right now, I don't see how they fit. Maybe later on, I'll see how they fit in. I mean, it is
the normal characters.
Yeah, the normal people characters, not Spider-Man, just the people.
I don't know. I think it was there to show a sense of what society was going through.
Yeah, but I don't know. I kind of feel like it was just like out of place.
I mean, it set up the whole idea of Tony Stark and his and Steve Rogers.
Well, the
and
problem I have with that,
building back up
in the Avengers 2 months ago, Tony's with the whole Infinity Gauntlet. Steve Rogers is like, "You know what, Tony? When we're done with this mission, you're done. You're out of the Avengers."
Yeah, but they're not even done with the mission, so don't even worry about it.
Yeah, but
that could change.
It could
in the blink of an eye.
It could, but I don't know. It wasn't my favorite issue.
I don't know. I thought it was a really good start to a 7-issue event, and Matt Fraction has a lot to play with.
Yeah, I mean he has the whole Marvel universe in his hands.
Right, exactly, and they introduced this whole like treasure hunt because all these hammers just kind of fell.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's gonna kind of be like the Avenger storyline right now, where they're looking for all of the Infinity Gems, except it's gonna be hammers and there's gonna be a lot of power.
In the issues now of Marvel Comics, they're having a preview of issue 2, and we see that the Juggernaut is going to be one of these people who has the hammers. What's your feels on it?
Depends on what they do with it. If he's going to be a villain, then that's kind of awesome. I mean,
I kind of disagree because I mean the
Juggernaut.
Juggernaut.
But if he's going to be a hero, it's kind of out of place for me.
Well, I mean they've done so well with making the Juggernaut this person who is a good guy now. He's trying to do good. He messes up from time to time, but he's generally just trying to be a good guy. He wants to change his ways. He's kind of like the Magneto character.
I guess, but he's still a villain to me. I mean, he's the Juggernaut.
Well, Magneto, is he a villain to you?
Yeah.
You hesitated.
Because I know that right now he's trying to be good, but he's still Magneto.
Yeah. I read the Uncanny, the .1 issue, and I gotta tell you, I wasn't too impressed with that one either. None of my comic book choices last week were, maybe they're the best that came out, but it was still none of those issues were really like awesome.
Yeah,
there was. I got done with them. I was just like, meh. I just
and we'll talk about Brightest Day a little later. That was on both of our top 3, wasn't it?
Yeah, we'll do that at around the 40 after.
Okay. Sounds good.
Which is a spoiler alert because we're going to go in depth talking about who the White Lantern is. So we'll do that from the 40 to the 50 mark. We'll talk about that. So if you don't want to hear it, you can skip it. And I'll put, when I make the podcast, I'll put a thing like, hey, spoiler alert from this time, don't listen.
Sounds good.
Because I don't know, there are some people who don't want to know who the Lantern is because, especially people in school right now, it's hard to keep up with comics and read them.
It is really hard, yeah.
I have a whole stack of comics that I haven't even touched.
Not new ones.
Well, not new ones, but they're older ones that I really want to read. But because of the show, I want to make sure I'm reading up to date comics, so I can help people, make informed choices. But this is like a prelude episode because next week's going to be huge. We have new Avengers coming out. We have Ultimate Spider-Man. So our top 3 pick will be very interesting to see what happens. So I'm kind of excited about it. But why don't we take a quick break and we'll be back in just a jiffy. Sound good to you, Hans?
Yep.
Maybe we'll play my promo again? No, we won't do that. All right. So let's hear the Dodos with Good. And this is Fresh to Death Comics. I'm B. Luke. Hans, how you doing?
Good, Brian.
So at Super Cow, is that called? Wonder Cow?
Whatever you want to call it.
Kung Pao Chicken. I don't know. It's a event where comic book people release their information, what they're going to release upon the world. And the big story was Mark Millar. I love Mark Millar, kind of. And right now, it's like a dating relationship phase where we're just like, I love you, but you disappoint me, and I can never count on you.
I don't think you know what you just said.
I do. Because I have
no idea what you just said.
I'm just talking about like how Mark Millar, he pipes, kick butt, came back, 6 months ago he had issue 1 come out. 6 months later, second issue 2 came out. Superior.
He was busy working with his movies and his...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, so like when he's like, "Oh, I'm releasing 4 books within the next year,"
I say good luck to you, sir.
I'm like, yeah, I'm not. I mean, I like the idea. It sounds like a good idea, but it's something.
Sounds like a good what?
Idea.
Good what?
Oh, ha ha ha. A good thing to do, and it just doesn't make. It just I don't know. It's just like hyping up, like Hans. I'd like to give everyone $1 million.
Good luck with that.
Exactly, and I don't know. It's like the first one I wanted to do was Hit Girl. Like he's like, I was writing Kick Butt, and I was so disappointed I can't have Hit Girl in my movie, and I want Hit Girl. And so he's just wondering about what he can do to make Hit Girl more prominent. And so it's kind of, he's like, I'm going to make my own special series featuring Hit Girl.
Is it a miniseries?
It kind of, like it's going to be a spin-off series. I don't know. My favorite one that came out, he's going to do, he's always wanted these pint-sized series where he, let me find it. Where he wanted to do a story where, a story about supervillains, which was Wanted. He did an evil Batman nemesis, and he wants to do a where is it?
A what, Brian?
I want to use his words.
We're all waiting so patiently to
really. You're waiting.
Hear
patiently?
the reveal. Yeah.
Aw, that's so sweet of you guys.
We're on the edge of our seats.
All right, and let's see.
No, still nothing.
Oh wait, there's just 3 books. Yeah, so the evil Batman, a world full of villains, and now he wants to do like a heist story with supervillains called Super Crook.
So it's like a combination of Ocean's 11,
basically,
and superheroes.
Basically, Ocean's 11 mixed with the Masters of Evil.
Interesting.
Like Lex Luthor's all like, "Hey, let's go rob things," and I don't know. It sounds interesting.
Lex Luthor's gonna knock over a jewelry store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he wants to do this whole big 12-issue series about it's like a whole bunch of he didn't tell anybody what it was going to be about, but he says it's going to be like Lord of the Rings and Star Wars, but it's going to be on the lines of the Crisis on Infinity Earth.
Is he sending hobbits to space?
Maybe. And he's like, there's going to be over 100 characters, and we're going to do all the stuff that you don't see in Marvel or DC.
I hope he sends hobbits to space.
That'd be awesome, just to shoot a hobbit into space. They're taking the hobbits to Mars.
Really?
Mars was the first planet that popped into my head.
That just happened.
I don't know. I wanted to do the taking the hobbits to Isengard.
Yeah, but they're going to space.
They're going to space, and they try to think of some place that sounded like Isengard.
To Mars?
To Mars.
All right. Where?
I don't know where to go from there.
Okay.
It's crazy. But he wants to make it 12 issues.
What's wrong with that?
He can't finish a 4-issue arc.
Yeah. I don't know.
How is he going to do 12?
He's a really busy man.
He is a busy man.
Get his...
But you can't, I mean, these are just empty promises. I kind of feel like it's an episode of Lost.
Why?
Because he just tells us all these things he wants to do, and all these plot lines are awesome, and then he doesn't fulfill any of it.
So you do it.
Maybe I'll write the comic for him. I'll be like, yo, Mark Millar, let me take a stab at this.
Let me take a stab at this.
You know?
I already came up with Lex Luthor robbing a jewelry store.
I don't know, except we'll give him hair this time. And he'll be missing a finger, because that's how he got his powers.
Why does he have powers?
Because he sacrificed his finger for powers.
What sense does that make?
This is just stuff that's popping in my brain, and I'm just making a story.
If he has powers, why is he robbing a jewelry store?
The same reason the story arc is doing itself. They're supervillains. Supervillains means you have superpowers.
Maybe.
So,
You can be super villainous without powers.
You cannot be super villainous without powers.
Lex Luthor.
He has power of money, and he can create things. He makes a super suit.
But he doesn't have powers.
He's defined powers.
I don't know.
There's some people who have power. He has enough money that
superhuman abilities.
His money is his power. I mean, what about Batman? You count him as a superhero?
No, I count him as a vigilante.
No, he's a superhero.
What, Rebecca?
Rebecca, you have something to say?
Superman is just the best. He's tops.
Really? We're going to Superman right now?
Yeah, I agree. We all love
I've
Superman.
said this a million times. You can kill Superman with a green rock.
You know what? Not if you'll fly away fast enough. Try throwing it at him. He'll be out of there and punch you in the back of the head before it hits the ground.
Okay.
So I saw the thing online for the DC Universe video game.
Yeah.
It's over a year old, and I don't know why I haven't seen it before. But there's this whole clip of how everyone's fighting each other, and they kill Superman. They show how they would kill Superman. And I just thought of you, Rebecca.
And was it with a green rock?
It was with a green rock.
Yeah, it is. It's always a green rock.
Spear of kryptonite, and he's like this. Blah, and that wasn't a good penetrating the flesh sound, was it?
It's pretty disgusting. Let's just move on from there.
All right.
I don't know. It's a pretty good trailer, but I'm not going to pay money to.
I'm not going to play money. Yeah, but I'm just if they made that a movie, because people are talking about how the Justice League movie, looks like it might not be the best because Green Lantern they're having problems with it.
In his package.
Yep.
They're having a lot of problems with his package.
Next week we'll start a new segment. Thanks to Corey who suggested it. A little bit about what's going to happen in that segment.
No, it's going to be a surprise,
man.
A
surprise? All right, it'll be a surprise. But
it's just a teaser.
This little teaser. Next week we'll go full in detail about our new segment called.
We're not giving it away.
All right. We're not going to give. I thought I said it earlier. So all we'll be able to do is just rewind it 30 seconds, and they're going to hear it.
You're just so unorganized.
I am. So yeah, I know. And Mark Millar's like, I'm writing another book too. I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm going to write one. Mike.
It's like me saying I'm going to write a book.
I know. It doesn't count. So technically he released 3 books to the world, not 4. Because we're just like, yeah, me and Mark Bagley we're going to write a comic book together. Don't know what it's going to be about or in it, but we're going to write one.
You?
Yeah, me and Mark Bagley. Just released a comic book.
Sweet. Does he know about it?
It doesn't matter. I don't know.
Because with your quality of work, I don't know if he wants to work with you.
My quality of work is awesome. You hear that promo earlier at the beginning of the show?
Oh, that's a beautiful promo.
That was wonderful.
I wrote it very well.
You did not write it. That was a coalition of writing.
A coalition?
Coalition. We co-wrote it.
All right.
Because we've been doing this since I'm Timmy. Like, hi, my name's Timmy, and I'm reading a comic book. And then you just speak in this weird, I don't know, father, the father of Wally Beaver. Leave It to Beaver. I feel like you're his father.
Why?
Because the way you talk, hello, my son, Mr. Guile Child, and I don't know. It was just kind of...
Those are your amazing directorial skills told me to do.
That was. Yeah. But that's the way I picture in my head, that you were Wally Cleaver's dad.
All right.
Or the Beaver's dad.
Okay.
That was him. That was in my head. That's how it worked out.
We'll just go with that.
I just wrote your commercial, which we'll play maybe next week.
Maybe.
Oh.
It's pretty bad.
It's about Serum X, which was something Matt Fraction created.
Well, I don't know if that's what it's called, because we just kind of called it that.
Yeah. I think Serum X is a wonderful name for it. Part of the X-Men thing. It was pretty awesome. It was in the latest issue. Which, Matt Fraction is going off of Uncanny.
Yeah, he is. It's Gillen.
Mark Gillen.
No.
I don't. I just want to say Mark. Yeah, but... let's start over again. This is Fresh Out of the Comics in WNYO, 88.9 FM Oswego. And this is 100% sure Fresh Out of the Comics.
All right, so let's get into the Brightest Day thing.
We're going to start 5 minutes early?
4 minutes early, whatever.
I don't know, it's 34.
It's all right. We're warning the people right now.
We're warning everyone right now. We're going to talk about Brightest Day. So,
issue number 23.
We'll talk about it for 10 minutes then?
Sure, Brian. 10 minutes.
I don't know if someone popping in and they're just like, oh no, am I going to miss it? Am I going to come back? So, yeah, the 45 will come back with not talking about Brightest Day, if you haven't read it. Because I'm excited. So, Brightest Day, I read every single issue over the weekend.
As did I.
And it was terrible.
100% terrible?
It was like, I don't know. I don't care about Hawkman's.
Right.
Or Hawkgirl. I don't know.
Okay.
But I don't care about their story. Deadman I kind of care about. He's kind of a cool character. Don't really care about Firestorm's character.
All right.
John Johns is just like, that's
John
okay.
Johns is awesome.
He is. I mean, the Aquaman story I really liked.
That
Kind of. I like the ending.
was okay.
But let's start with the story first, and then we'll talk about who the White Lantern is. We'll work herself forward. But yeah, Aquaman gets his hand chopped off. And I thought that was one of the greatest parts ever in Brightest Day.
It is the greatest thing ever.
Because it's not just going to get chopped off because of the pain he's in. And then Black Manta's just like, what? You should be used to it by now.
That's
What's
what
wrong
Black
with
Manta
you?
sounds like in your head.
That's how he sounds like in my head. Like, what? Get used to it. It's all right.
He's from Brooklyn. He just sells pizzas on the weekend.
He does. That's my interpretation of his voice.
All right, it's pretty good. All right.
And that was one of the greatest moments of Brightest Day.
I think that was the only thing that I enjoyed about Brightest Day, honestly. Maybe the cheeseburger line, too.
What cheeseburger line?
Where the White Ring told Deadman to eat a cheeseburger.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, eat a cheeseburger.
Right. My second greatest point of the movie was the Deadman's grandpa.
Deadman's grandfather?
Is my favorite character
It was
ever
very...
in Brightest Day. And of all the characters they've introduced and they're talking about, his grandfather was my favorite.
It was a very touching story.
It was. And when they're shooting out into the air, I was just like, oh, it's so cute.
What is he, a puppy now?
No, I just thought it was cute.
All right.
You didn't think it was cute?
I thought it was very heartfelt.
Did you tear up?
I did not.
I teared up a little bit. This I teared.
That one?
My left ear.
Your left ear?
My left ear.
Your left ear teared up today, so you might want to get that checked out
Probably
later.
have problems with my brain if my eye. My left eye was tearing up a little bit.
I think we're going to have to take you to the doctors.
Why? Just a little bit of blood.
Anyway, so Brightest Day.
And then my other part, I didn't care about the John John story till they killed off everyone in the Justice League.
Yeah, but they didn't really.
I mean, in the story, I kind of knew it was fake, and I kind of liked that he killed off everyone. I was just like, yeah, this is pretty awesome.
You actually thought that was real?
No, I know. I knew it was fake.
Oh.
But, just the way they killed him, the way it was drawn, I kind of liked it. How Superman was so angry. Like, I was just like, wow, I don't want Superman ever to be angry at me. Because I would suck.
I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
No, Superman, when he killed everyone, and only John Johns and Superman are alive, and Superman's just like, I'm going to murder every one of them. How dare they kill them? And he's like, we got to find him. He goes, I'm going to find him. He just left the strongest man alive, and I'm murdering everyone. And yeah, it's not the real Superman. It was his made-up character by crazy John Johns, the girl lady. I don't know her name. Mira?
I don't remember.
Myra. M''.
It was just the least... I don't know what to do with you.
I don't know.
It was a terrible storyline, the John Johns. I thought they could have done much better with...
Yeah. For me, I don't know, as I was reading, I knew it was fake because everyone else was staying in real time.
Yeah, it was...
And I don't know, I was just really disappointed by it.
That was the whole problem with the whole book for me, because they just put too many characters into 22 pages, and it just didn't work out.
So, any stories that stuck out in your mind that you're like, I really enjoy this?
Not really.
So, I waited and waited as I read through issue 1, 2, 3, all the way to 16, 17. I'm getting excited because number 23 is when they release it. So I'm at 22, and I'm like, oh, God, I got to find out who the Lantern is. And I'm whipping through the pages because I'm enjoying. I'm like, okay, this is so great. I'm reading it. The storyline was just like, I didn't really care for it. It was kind of dumb still.
Why not? You have the Captain Planet of the DC Universe now. Earth, Wind, Water, Fire.
That was kind of cool. I mean, I like the fact that, this, I don't know, it just got weird for me. Like, it turned into a monster movie. Because now the Black Ring has arisen, and he's, like, killing people, and no one can stop him, and everyone who's inside the White Forest is safe until they get the elements together. And then they're like, all right, let's arise the White Lantern. And da-da-da-da, it turned out to be no one who I have no clue who it is.
Well, I don't even know if it's the White Lantern, because it didn't really say he was the White Lantern. Really? Did it?
It did.
It said he was the Protector of Earth.
The Protector of Earth, yeah. But,
which, I mean, I guess
hints
at it, but I don't know. It just said the return of
Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
I said together in unison. How cute.
Anyway, Swamp Thing. So it's a character that I don't really care about, and the character was not even dominant in the book at all.
He wasn't. He didn't.
He's been gone.
And we looked online, to see, like, how does Swamp Thing hook up here? Where's the clues? And there were no clues for me, but people guessed it.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying Swamp Thing is going to come back.
How did you guess Swamp Thing?
But
that's like, there's a new villain in the Marvel Universe. We don't know who it is, but I'm going to guess who it is out of a blind shot. Like, they're going to release next week. They're going to bring back one of the X-Men.
I don't know. People have just been expecting him to come back for a while.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't see how it was so easy to guess. I mean,
it doesn't really matter. It happened, and I'm disappointed, kind of, because I wasted my time reading it for a character that I don't care about.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's one more issue left, so I'm gonna have to get the last one.
I'm just glad I didn't buy it.
Oh yeah, thanks to my brother who let me borrow the books to read, because I'm so glad I didn't buy it.
Yeah,
because I would have been upset.
Even with the $2.99 price tag, it's just
$2.99 is not worth it.
Well, I mean, it could be worth it to somebody. It's just that we don't care that much about the character.
I know your friend Corey. Have you talked to him? What he thought about it from first day?
I mean, he probably hasn't read it.
Okay.
He doesn't have a local comic book shop. He has to drive like an hour.
Wow, that's disappointing.
So he'll probably get it like a year from now or something.
A year from now.
Hey, I just found out. I'm like, yeah, I knew for a while.
Unless he listens to the show and he's just like, I'll just find out from Hans. From Fresh Out of Comics, because we tell you what's good and what's not.
It's true.
So when we take a quick break, because we have some legal stuff to play, and we'll be right back with our top 3 picks of the week. And we're back. Hans, you with us? All right.
I'm somewhere.
All right, that was a very long song. Did not expect that.
Was it over?
It's over, yep.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I want more.
It was relaxful. Anything?
It was relaxful?
It was relaxful.
All right, relaxful.
But let's talk about our top 3 picks of the week. Hans, your number... I'm going to go from which one your last one I say is going to be your most important one that you're excited about for the week. All right, so number 3.
Are you sure you said that right?
Yes.
All right, this is going well. Let's see. Number 3, I guess I'm going to have to go Uncanny X-Force number 7.
All right. Any reasons why?
Why I'm least excited for it, or why I want it?
No, why you want it?
Because, I don't know, it's the end of a 3-issue arc featuring Deathlock.
Yeah. See, I read it. I didn't care for it.
I think it's interesting because it evolves the Phantom X character. I mean, he hasn't been prominent in many books, and it just takes him to a whole different level.
All right. I go with that. All right, number 2.
Number 2, I'm going to have to go with Carnage number 4.
All right, any special reasons without spoiling it?
Since you reluctantly
I haven't read it Carnage yet, and I'm almost there.
Yeah, it's just really exciting right now. Someone's back, and I'm really excited about it.
All right, awesome. And your number 1 pick for next week?
Flash number 10.
Flash number 10. Why?
I have been waiting for Flash to come out for like 4 months. I mean, it feels like 4 months. It hasn't come out. For some reason, there's been a delay, and they're canceling it. So Well, they're canceling it in 2 more issues, but canceling it nonetheless. And I just really enjoy what Jeff Johns is doing with Barry Allen.
Agreed. I mean, that's on my list. Like, it's not my top 3, but I do really want to read it. I'm really excited about it. I mean, there's so many comics that came out this week that, it's hard to choose which one should be in my top. And that was one of the ones I debated, like, should I put it on there? I don't know. So, I mean...
I think it's going to be really good. I think that where we left Barry Allen last issue, Flash number 9...
Spoiler alert!
We've said it like 16 times, but at the end, he met himself from the future.
Correct.
So it's Barry Allen, and who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's kind of exciting. My top 3 picks, my number 3 pick is going to be Uncanny X-Men. The Break World's going to make a reappearance, and it's kind of exciting because they're the people who want to kill Colossus, and they're the reason for the death of Kitty Pryde. So it's going to be...
Again, she didn't die. They just shot her off in a giant missile.
Yeah. So, it's kind of exciting to see this aftermath. And it's going to be the first time, besides the Point 1 issue, where Kieran is going to take on writing it by herself, and her plans for the X-Men are really going to start in that issue. Number 2, New Avengers. I'm excited about it. They said someone's going to die this issue or within this arc. So,
well, we kind of got the gist of that.
Maybe she's dead. We don't know, but we'll see. Maybe
who are you talking about?
A Mockingbird. Yeah, Mockingbird. Spoiler alert. That was in reverse order.
Yeah, well,
did not work out right.
We'll have to switch that around or something.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Oh, already spoiled.
But why are you so excited about New Avengers?
I just really like the story. I think the art's really good. I don't like the backup story as much.
Yeah, I think the art's kind of choppy based on the backstory, because the backstory, the art's inconsistent.
But for me, it's kind of exciting because there were Avengers before Cap started. Iron Man started it before Iron Man started, and
But who was on that team?
The Nick Fury's Avengers.
Yeah.
You have Sabretooth.
Exactly.
You have
Kraven the
Hunter, and I forgot the other 3.
I don't remember, but the idea of that is just
it's mind blowing, and I like it. I'm like, okay, let's see what's going on from there. It's a very they're telling 2 stories at once, so you can only tell part of the story.
Yeah, the whole 2 stories at once thing I don't like. I think they could have done 2 separate arcs with it.
Apparently, they're going to mesh together though, so that's why they did this way. But
makes sense.
So I'm excited for it. And then my number 1 pick of the week is going to be the death of Spider-Man.
Which issue? There's 2 issues
that's my problem. I don't know which one to choose. I'm going to go
pick one.
with the Mark Millar because it says it starts in this one first.
So what is it?
Ultimate Avengers number 3
versus something.
Versus Ultimate Spider-Man number 158.
I don't know.
150 something. And it's a hard shoot. I have to. Actually, I'm gonna go with Ultimate Spider-Man. I changed my mind. I can't. I see them all as one book because you need both of them. So let's just say Death of Spider-Man. So maybe I have a top 4 this week.
Can't have a top 4. You have to narrow it down.
You can't. They're both one book.
It's 2 books.
But you need both.
There's a part 1 and a part 2.
You need both of them. You can't choose one, not choose the other.
Make a decision.
Rebecca,
Can
can I have an exception this week since they're both the same book?
They're not the same book. They're 2 different books.
We're leaving it up to her.
They're 2 different titles, Brian.
Yes, they're 2 different titles, but they're part of the same storyline.
Do you get them in the same package, or
no,
do you have to buy them separately?
You have to buy them separately.
Honestly,
2 different
if you
books.
only had like $12 to spend, which one would you cut out?
I would have to buy...
Well, if he only had $12 to spend, he could buy both of them.
Okay. $9.
No, because each one's $4, $4.8.
You have $5. Which one will you buy?
I am going to buy one and steal the other.
Wow.
You need some reading material while you're in jail, I suppose.
I do.
They won't give it to you.
Why won't they give me mine?
I'll make sure you get the full Osborne treatment.
Yeah, but I guess I would have to... If you gave me a choice where I'm at, you're going to burn one, or, I only can read one, you're going to burn the other one.
So, Ultimate Comics...
It would be Ultimate Spider-Man. That's my choice. Ultimate Spider-Man. Yes.
Okay.
written by Michael Bendis, because at Comic-Con he said that it was his baby and he's the one who's going to kill him off. Mark Millar's just hanging around.
Now this is the 5th part of the story, correct?
I think so. No, this is the 2nd part. It's really weird how they do it counting wise, because they had the whole prelude of Spider-Man, Death of Spider-Man. So I guess this would be the 4th part, because they did Ultimate Comics 1 and 2, and then they had the Death of Spider-Man issue. So I guess this would be part 3. But I'm excited for it because in July they're going to have the bag copies of the books. They're going to put the books in bags like they did for Fantastic Four. And so I'm excited about it. And we'll talk about all that next week. So next week is going to be a pumped episode full of wonderful goodies.
Awesomeness.
It'll be like a piñata. We're going to be...
Can we just hit you with baseball bats and see what pops out?
Yes, you can hit me with a baseball bat and we'll see what pops out. Flash is bad!
I don't know what just happened.
I was just imitating you hit me with a baseball bat and just shout out things. Like, Flash is bad.
Fudge is delicious.
Flash.
Oh.
Why would I say fudge is bad?
I don't know, but that's what you were saying.
I love fudge. So good. So good. All right, but yeah, we're just about up here in time-wise. So we'll see you guys next week. A whole bunch of stuff to talk about next week with the new comics coming out. This week is a little slow week, so wasn't a lot to go from. Brightest Day was probably, I don't know, the most disappointing and most anticipated part of the week. Any last words, Hans? Rebecca?
Superman is the best.
I knew that was coming out. I knew
those are the worst last words ever.
Why? They're the best words to her. Not to anyone else. The worst Superman should have ended Superman's life.
Anyway,
this has been Fresh of the Comics with B. Luke and Hans and special guest Rebecca. We will see you guys.
Super special guest.
Oh,
super special. Not just a regular guest, kind of a special super guest.
S on her chest and everything.
For Superman.
Woman. I'm throwing green rocks at you after this, I swear.
Oh, that's kind of mean to do, Hans. Don't throw rocks at people.
I just want to see if she dies.
Only
She's not going to die, Hans. Not unless you make her die.
Olivine.
What?
We're talking about Olivine, right? All those green rocks.
Olivine.
Green rock.
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow.
So my paper's on.
Someone was just earning extra credit points right there.
Yeah. Teacher, I talked about rocks on a radio show. Do I get extra credits?
You want to hear it?
All right. So we'll see you guys next week. Have fun.